Yo, 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 this is Dorky Diggity Dave, and today I want to take on adding the real Winter Soldier. Well, not the real Winter Soldier, but you know what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this one into the Champion Fusion, where the rules of the game are have to use parts of other champions to make something new. Let's do the thing.
Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.
Before we get started, make sure that you are subscribed to all the dorky diggity goodness on the channel. And if you want to see more, click on that notification button. Now enjoy the video. All right, so here we are. So we've got this Winter Soldier here. So I want to be able to grab a look that has like the goggles here, but also has like this bottom area, and then be able to get the hair in place and possibly maybe get that star in there somehow. So we'll figure out how to do all of that. So let's pull the reference down. Now, I'm thinking, instead of Winter Soldier, because Winter Soldier's not really working for the way that I want, but I do have the goggles right here with Falcon, which is really, really good, because it's really close. I mean, you can't really get much better than that. Look at that. It's like they set it up for me. Look at that. It's the same goggles. We're pretty close. Okay, so I do need someone else in here, so let me get that from the contest. So the other part that I want to use is Night Thrasher. Because I think that's going to give me a nice mask, so I'm going to copy that from my iPad here. Bam. Okay. And of course, you do that through Wi-Fi. If you're on the same Wi-Fi as your iPad, you can do that. And then the other piece that I'm thinking of that I think is going to work is going to be Omega Red for his hair. So let's pull that part in. That looks like it's going to be a good piece. And this one I'll just kind of section off because I don't need much here. All right, it's all showing up over here. Bam. Okay, there he is. So so let's take a look at that reference again. Boom. I think that hair will work. I think that hair will work. Look at that. Right? That's pretty close. Can't get much better than that. And of course, we can always color it and fill in any gaps. But let's see what we can do. Let's get this thing done. Okay, so I always make a copy of all my layers. So this is going to be my base. And let's get a copy. So Command J, Control J on a PC. So this is going to be the one that we work off of. This will be our backup. This is our Night Thrasher. And no, we don't even need the whole thing. We can just cut what we need from there. Bam. You know what? Let's pull the scene back here. Bam. Because I want to be able to see you guys. Okay, so over here, let's go ahead and just cut that out, and it'll have its own piece. Okay, so we have Omega Red and the Night Thrasher here. So this is going to be our main piece to work with. And so I want to be able to cut like right around the mouth and make sure that that is part of the goggle system here. And of course, we're going to have to lighten up some of the skin and then get that hair in there to match the look. So let's get started. Now I want to make sure that I feather. So this is my lasso. I want to make sure that I'm feathered 5 pixels or more, but I usually like to do 5 pixels when I'm doing this kind of thing. Okay, just a nice rough cut here. And then we can always fix any other stuff. Boom. Okay, so we've got this now. I'm going to turn on that mask. So it's just masking out that one part. And I can always fill it back in if I need to. So we're going to pop this over here. It's a little too big. Actually, I don't know. I don't think it's that big. It already fits in pretty nice as it is. Let's look at the reference. Then we can always hide the rest with the hair. Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. That's going to give us a nice look that we want. Okay, cool. That's in. Let's black out these. Let's black out these glasses here. That's the base copy. I'm just going to add a new layer here. This will be the goggles. 3 Gs. Now 1 G. Okay, goggles. Got it. So one of the most important things is I want to make sure that I keep that specular look, like the light look on there. Okay, and we also want to make sure that we are above that mask. There we go. So we take precedence over the mask with our goggles. Okay. Okay, so now let's see if we can get the specular to come through. Soft light will do it, but that's not really the color that I want. And luminosity, no. Okay, let's bring the opacity down a little bit. And here's what I'll do. Finish coloring. Actually, I'll use the modes to see where the missing spots are. Here. There we go. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to hold the command key. It's a control key for you guys as well, for on PC. And I'm going to go to the base copy here. Oh, actually, I put the mode back. Let's get this to like normal, down 73%. 60. And then over here, I'm just going to bring down the saturation and then mess with the levels that way. So saturation's over here. Basically removing the color, getting down to that gray. Boom. And then from there we can pull up our levels. So Control L or Command L on a Mac. Yeah, that does it. Boom. Okay, perfect. That works. All right, so we've got that. We still got a little bit of red around the sides, but I mean, guys, gals, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so next is to clean up everything. This is all pretty much gray and drab. So we can do that here. The same thing on that mask. We can easily just get rid of the red and bring that down. Everything else is gray. Boom, done. And for the most part, we can probably just do the same thing with the mask as well. Probably just waste a little bit of time there. Okay, so let's see. How can we got the goggles thing down. I don't want this to look exactly like Night Thrasher here. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Take out some of the lines that people can recognize. So we'll start with Falcon here. I'm going to take the clone tool. This is another thing I like to use a lot, is taking the clone tool and just kind of repeating certain patterns. So essentially we're repeating certain parts. Like I sampled this area here and I'm just repeating it down. It's a good way to remove lines or repeating things that you don't want to be there. I think quite a bit. And then over here, I think we're just going to have to maybe desaturate. Let's see. So I'm just going to have to dabble a little bit. There we go. And then from there we can just usually takes an area that's a little janky and it helps to clean it up a little bit with the surrounding area. A little tiger claws out of there. So the last bit of yellow. All right. Now we just gotta do something about this little surrounding red here, which is fine. Get these goggles and all right. So let's finish getting this this base down just so that we can see what it starts to look like. It feels like we're getting there. Gotta clean up this side here a little bit, but I think we're in good shape. Okay, so the next thing is this Omega Red. And we're going to want to take that here up. It's a good thing that all the poses all kind of either face front or face side, so it gives you a lot of options in what you want to do. Okay, so let's get cutting.
Doesn't matter if we take a little bit of the other stuff with us.
Bam. Okay, so we'll take this and ow. Got a little glow on it, but it's all good. Put that over here. All right, see now it's starting to make sense, right? Now it's starting to make sense. No, that looks not too bad. That looks not too bad at all, actually. Not bad at all. Okay, I think I need a better cut of this. Give me one moment. Alright, so we got a good selection here. Bam. Got some hair. And then I'm just going to make a copy just for backup. Alright, so we'll just get rid of the original. We'll use the copy. Okay, so now we've got Omega hair. Bam. Just like that. Just like that. Okay, so what can we do? The hair has to be like up here to match because it's like the center point of that, so we're gonna have to finagle this hair a little bit. Yeah, for sure. So we're probably gonna build some inside of here, or we're gonna copy it, or we'll probably see what we can do with Liquify for now. but let's go ahead and add to that masking. Let's clean that off. Make sure the mask is first and foremost. His face is first and foremost here. And everything is secondary, so this you can build that depth right here. Around all of that. Alright, so already. Okay. Now, what to do here? I'm gonna change the skin tone here. Man, the tools they have in Photoshop now, man. We did not have this back in my day. Okay, so that should be good all around. I probably won't have to worry about much, but you know what? Might be better. I just change the color itself. So let's make sure we get the rest of this in there. Right, can I just fill that in with the quick mask? Okay, good to go. Let's keep on adding. I mean, that should be good enough, because the rest of all this is going to be colored in anyway. Okay, so now let's probably have to get more of this color here. So let's do that. We probably didn't even need the selection, actually. I forgot about that. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm gonna just go with a new layer with that color. Let's use that tone. Too much. Actually, just a little bit. And screen is not doing enough. I still want those other colors to come through. Okay, let me see. Maybe I'll use that in a blending option here to allow the underlying layer to come through. There we go. Darks. I know it's subtle, but boom, right there. And then you put the hair on it. Not that hair, this hair. And now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so now we want brown hair for this. So select. The place. The hair goes on top of the goggles. Over here, but doesn't cover it over here. Okay, so this one we can change to brown hair. Okay, so that's that, and then we'll come in with the levels. We'll maintain the lightness here. I want to bring that dark aspect, bam. I think we want more black than brown. Yeah, I think that's looking... That's starting to get there. Yeah, I think I could work with that. Seems a little too much on the saturation though. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I like. Get reference? Yeah? Yeah? All right, let's see if we can get this hair to comply here, because the pose is a little bit different. That's a little bit different. Yeah. So we're gonna have to put that hair back. And then copy. That's supposed to cut it out. These things happen. It's all good. It actually kind of works out a little bit. Okay, so let's put a Omega Red there. That seems okay. Okay, so that's the hair. We haven't been labeling our layers. Why didn't anybody say anything? This is color. Okay, now we can play around. Okay, now we got something clean. Cool. So here you have this on its own. So now we can get in there and do some stuff with our liquefy. And if I can just scoot this into the corner like this. Without it looking too bad. Ah, yes, not too bad. That's actually not bad at all. And actually, so all we have to do now is just kind of go in, give it its own mask, and color away. That's actually pretty funny. This dude looks like a L'Oreal commercial. That's legit not filling in enough. So we're going to use our cone tool. Fill in those gaps. That's looking pretty solid, man. Looking pretty solid. Oh no, his hair still might be a little too brown, bro. Still might be a little bit too brown. A little bit more. A little bit more. Desaturate. Darker. I think that looks good too. I think we could actually darken the goggles a little bit too. Is that dark? No. It was still pretty tactical. Soft light still allows all that, all the white to come through. Yeah, I like that. Soft light. Soft light. Soft light. I might not like all that boof in the back there though. It's a little too much boof for my taste. We can cut that down some. Make sure that's not right. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? The whole thing's crazy. Oh, there's some dirt down there. Let's clean that up. Liquefy's like the 80% tool here. And we'll still take out that. Dude, it's looking pretty solid, man. Looking pretty solid. Okay, let's figure out what else we can do to make this a little less, well, I don't know. That looks pretty good. The only thing is, against the other champions, it seems a little bold. So maybe on that mask, maybe it won't go so contrasted, so it matches everybody else's blacks. Yeah, I think that looks good. Maybe a little more contrast. I can. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna pull some of this here from the neck, that material, and bring it on over. Man, that hair is so high; it's like cutting into the top area here, man. So I'm gonna paste that onto its own layer. Nope, I won't do it that way. I will try it as a sample. Load it. And we'll color it into this layer here. Actually, I like the color idea. Then we can hide that behind the hair. Have it match this thing. Make it receiving. Okay, let's do a test. What do you think of that? Yeah, man. Yeah, that totally worked. Okay, so I might even continue. Maybe we can even sample it from his face. I'm starting here. So I have more runway. These are things at the back. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Just give me one here. And I think that darkened nose area actually matches quite well. I think the whole thing matches quite well. Yeah. I think actually a little happy mistake there. Maybe just a little bit of depth. Okay, so we got that. There we go. Okay, so now we can do some adjustments. So it doesn't look like it's puffing out the sides there. There's a line with the skin. There we go. And we got ourselves a winner here, man. Got ourselves a little bit of a winner. Okay, and I'm gonna add some blacky black. Just to kind of paint some fudge lines. Fudge lines! Didn't know you would. Depth of the depth. Okay, oh yeah, let's get a little more depth up here. This is neck, shade. This is, piece. Neck, fabric. No fabric. Alright. And, yeah, that's a good reference. Where do we get that? Where do we get something around that looks like that? Looking at MCOC. Trying to see how we can fudge that. I have an idea. I have a couple of ideas, actually. So let's send this one over. Rhino in the house. Right. And then, I also am thinking of... There's another. One that we just got to. There we go. Sometimes you need the right rarity to get things out of the way. So the next one up here is going to be the brand new 2-star. It's a warrior. There's another option right there. And then one other. We need more shoulder in the game. I need some shoulder here. I don't really think I can get the star in there either. Let's work with this. Okay, so let's copy that. Paste. Take this one to do the shoulder. And that's what we can do with this guy. Probably have to liquefy a little bit. Try to get that look. Looks like. Angle a bit. Alright, let's test this out with a little bit of this. So it doesn't matter if I cover the the stars. I've got that covered. I might even have it covered a little more so. Let me grab my stars from my other file. One moment. Okay, so got my stars up in here. There we go. So now everything is kind of like legito. Okay, so I will take one of the stars out from here. To have an idea. Take this one. Let's make it red. right over the shoulder. If this were to be on the shoulder, it would be something like. Something like that, and then that would have maybe a little bit of inner depth. A bit of embossment, yeah. Boss. Gradient overlay. So, we'll also do that. Do the same thing here. Let's use my pencil here. I do like the embossment, but it's messing up in the corner with the mask. So what I'll do is I'll take this, apply the mask to this, get rid of the mask here. This way that can be free. There you go. And in there. This way he's not embossed on the side. Is that too big? Big. I think I want it kind of big. Maybe we'll rotate. There we go, we can do something like that. And then come back here and fix it. Get rid of all that extra. I mean, come on now, come on. It's all pieces from the game. It's all pieces from the game. All right, so he's got that. Now we just got to get rid of this part here. That's very Falcon-like. My other idea was to take Rhino's horn and just shape it, but Civil Warrior worked out really well, so we don't need Rhino anymore. We don't need you, bro. Goodbye. But I do kind of want to take these little Spidey things on the side. Yeah, I think I do want that. Just to button this up. That's stealthy, so you remember. That neck fabric right there, let's put this on top of neck fabric. Color away. I kind of like how that looks. I would like to continue it on a new layer. This is a black collar. Black collar. And it's a new layer and just color the actual black. It's not exactly black, but pretty close. is where we're gonna have to do some paint and fixing. Let's get some more of that lighter gray. And then his tactical gear there is gonna have to have just an overall shade. Yeah, Winter Soldier shoulder. That's the star. Shoulder. Shoulder's gonna need a little bit of darkening. There we go. Just so it fits in with the magic. Also, shoulder's not looking as round as it could. And I know that star is showing a little too much. Okay, so we're gonna take black, but we want to make sure that we can still see what we're doing. Okay, so 60% black. We're just gonna do an overall color. Clean up. All right. I mean, check me out here, man. Where's the hair? The hair needs to be cleaned up because it's a little funky in there. That's fine. We'll just bring our rough edges. You know what? Now that the hair is there, also, where's that shade? Right here, that layer. Get that black over here too. No, that's too dark. I'll need its own body shade. We need our own layer for hair shade. Let's put hair shade below hair. Boom, right there. Now we'll just get some black. Boom. We'll get that there. And then we will bring the opacity down. And let's give it a mask. So clean it up because there's a little bit too much in there. But we'll give it some depth so we won't cut it at the goggles. We want it to go around the goggles. And also around this part. So we get a little more depth. Alright. Alright. I mean, I think that's looking pretty dope. I think we won't even touch the mask. We'll just leave it there. People know where it's from. But yeah, man, that's our Winter Soldier. All right, so we only have one more thing to do here is to manipulate the PI and all that good stuff and the name. Let's go ahead and do that. Text in here. It's a little too big. There we go. Got the text in there. Only thing to do here is we take this bottom part and what I usually like to do is select an area like this. So it's not on top of anything. Go back to my select tool and hold shift. Usually these things have the same pattern all the way through. You just run it over. Bam, done. Winter Soldier. You know, let's just make it nice and easy, huh? Drop him over here. You know what? No, let's. So we have a nice layer here. This is the PI, or part of the PI is over here. So move this over a little bit. And I'll copy a piece of this. And that'll be about 5. Right there. Oh, we got a little bit of mess in there. That's fine. Let's do the same trick. There we go. And just like that, we got ourselves a brand new champion. Brand new champion. And that hair comes down just a little bit. Good. Clean up a little bit there. I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. Except for this part, I need to cover that with some black. Actually, now our color has changed. Likely the same color as this guy here. So we can blend it and just kind of make it fit in there. Now maybe we could just use the fabric in the back. It's a little darker. I forgot we had some space here to work with. All right. That's funny. Where's that piece? Where is this piece? There's a loop here. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Now he's behind here, too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay there. Okay. I don't think it's too bad. Let's grab a piece of this here. shoulders. It kind of fades in. Just fade it in. Just fade it in. Alright, I think we are in very good shape here. I think the only thing we'll do is we'll grab from my John Wick, just grab this guy and pop him on over here. Boom. Which, of course, we'll cut the extra piece there so I don't get in his hair. That's it. That's it. All right, guys, what do you think? What do you think? Let me know what you think of the video. Tried to get you in. I'm gonna try to make it more entertaining. It's just hard to think about all that while you're drawing and doing all that stuff. But anyway, do let me know what you do think. And I do see one more part that I'm gonna fix, but that's pretty much it right here. Actually, no, I'm gonna do it because I can't stand looking at it. The neck right here. We're gonna liquefy the neck right there in the corner. Yeah, okay, I like that better. Okay, anyway, so that's the Winter Soldiers. So we put them together from all kinds of pieces. We got the Winter Soldier. No Winter Soldier. We got Falcon. We got Night Thrasher. We had Omega Red. We had Spider-Man, stealthy Spider-Man, and we had Civil Warrior. This is the most we've used in any champ. That's 5 different champs. And we pulled the star off of the actual stars and put it on the shoulder, which worked out really well. And so if you liked the video, and I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, share it with your mom, and make sure to check out the other ones. You can look in the community tab to see the rest of those, or on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram and all that stuff. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip. Oh, Potamus!
Learn a little something. Take a lesson. Learn it all.